Hi everyone, it's Jess, and I'm here with a brand new series called Show and Tell. This week we are working with some canvas. This is from Claudine Helmuth, and it is sticky back canvas. It comes in 8.5 by 11 sheets, and I've just cut down a piece of the canvas to 4 by 5.25 inches. And you can see I ripped off the sticky backing there and just stuck it right onto my Ranger craft mat. It's a non-stick mat, so I don't ever have to worry about it getting stuck. Now I'm taking a little powder tool from EK Success, which I always use before I emboss. And that powder just ensures that when I emboss, the powder only sticks to the portions of the stamp with Versamark on them. It doesn't stick to anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on there. That is from a stamp from Basic Gray and Hero Arts, the Sweet Threads, I believe, collection. And it's a large background stamp. And then I'm going to just lift my piece up from the sheet there and add some clear embossing powder. And Versamark stays wet for a long time, so you have a little time to mess with it here. You don't have to, be worried that it's going to dry or not be sticky anymore. So I have all of the embossing powder stuck exactly where I need it to be, and I am just going to heat it up there with my heat gun. Now I'm taking some Distress Stain. This is a Tim Holtz product. It's one of his newer products that came out at CHA. And this stain is in worn lipstick. And basically what it is the liquid form of a distress ink. It's less concentrated than alcohol ink. It's more of the true color of the ink, and it's super easy to work with. So you can see here, because I just clear embossed it, it's not like a crisp white shining through, but I love this look. It's almost like a faded background. So now I'm just going to hit it with my heat gun to finish off the drying process of that. And then I'm going to go in with a little Fired Brick Distress ink and my ink blending tool just to give the piece a little dimension. So I go around into the centers of flowers. There's really no right or wrong, whatever you think looks good, wherever you want to add just a little bit more of a dark look. And luckily, all of these distress products work super well together. You don't have to ever worry about mixing and matching them. And I'm just going to finish up the flower there. And this is my card base. It's a standard size card. And I'm going to ink the outside edges of this with the worn lipstick as well as the fired brick. It's very rare that I make a card that doesn't have inked edges on the outside. I just think it really finishes off the look of a card and makes the whole project look a little bit more complete. If I'm doing more of a neutral card where I don't have a color that coordinates as well, I always do antique linen or vintage photo, some kind of brown. So while the canvas is sticky back, I am going to just use a little ATG there just to ensure that it sticks well, since I've been kind of moving it around and playing with it because I don't want it to fall off. So that creates about, I would say, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch mat on the outside there. I think I told you guys it was 4 by 5.25. And, you rip away a few of the edges there, so it does get a little bit smaller. And I'm going back and just inking that up a little bit to kind of take away the harsh white line. So I die cut this little label from a paper tray ink. I think it's 3 labels, 3 die. I'll look for sure. And then I'm taking the stamp from Lawn Fawn that says, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. I thought it coordinated really well with the flower background, and it happens to fit perfectly on this label. So again, I'm going to do a little bit more embossing here, and I stamped it with Versamark first and then Distress ink. And then I'm going to hit it with some clear embossing powder. I could have just embossed right from the Distress ink. I didn't really need the Versamark, but I think it makes a more crisp image in the end if you do use the Versamark first. And I'll just hit it with the heat gun there. Now I'm going to ink the outside edge of that element as well with a little worn lipstick. And as a finishing touch, I'm going to add some different gems and pearls. You can sort of see my basket up there in the top corner. That is just a mishmash of different hero hues and dollar store gems, and I always can find something that'll coordinate with the card. Now I am going to use some dimensional adhesives and just kind of pop that little phrase up there. I would have used the large ones, but I'm out, so I'll have to place an order. And I added a couple of gems onto that element as well, just to kind of tie everything together. And that's it for this week, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed kind of seeing the canvas in action. It's a really fun product and can be used in tons of different ways. Here is a picture of the card, and here's a close-up. Thanks for watching.